6 of the mind games he played. So during this whole tussle, I was able to get over to my purse at some point. And so I'm digging through my purse trying to get my phone because I'm trying to call the police. So I'm digging through this purse. I finally get my phone. When I get my phone, I dial 611. As I'm dialing 611, he's charging towards me. So I realize I messed up. Hang it up, trying to dial 911. I get the number 911 on, and I press the green button to call them. At that moment, he comes over to me, slaps my phone out of my hand. The phone hits the wall. He gets his phone out of his pocket, and he calls 911. I still have the phone records from that morning showing that I called 911 at 6-something a.m. and was on the phone with them for 4 minutes. So during this whole debacle, during this whole argument, he slaps my phone while I was trying to call for help, and he calls the police. So as he's calling the police, I'm sitting there, and he tells the dispatch person, my girlfriend is attacking me. So I'm really like, what WTF? So they send a unit out. The unit gets there. As the unit is en route, he is just pacing throughout the house. So I went and sat in the formal living room in the front of the house, and he's just pacing because in my head I'm sitting and I'm waiting, and I know when they get there they're gonna see all these bruises on my neck, how bruised and bloody my knees are, and see this bloody trench on my back. I knew they were gonna lock his ass up. So I'm sitting there, I'm not fazed, I'm not worried at all, because I know when the police come, I know what they're gonna do, because I have done nothing to you but take your shirt and twist it and twist it and twist it. So the police come. When the police come, it's 2 black female cops. I'm really like, yeah, boy, in my head, okay? One of the cops tells us that she's going to take him in one room, and while the other cop takes me in another room and gets our stories. So the cop that had me pulled to the side, I tell her the story. I show her the bruises, the blood, you know. I tell her everything that had happened. The other cop is in the other room talking to him. So after they get both our statements, those 2 cops get together, talk amongst each other, and then they disperse back out to he and I. And they tell me that they're arresting me for battery of a dating partner. How did we come to that conclusion? Do you not see my neck and my knees and this long scar? I'm bleeding. You can see the blood through my shirt. And you're arresting me because of what? I was outdone. When they put the handcuffs on me, I snapped. In my brain, y'all must know him. Y'all must know him, and y'all didn't mess with him before, or he didn't mess with one of y'all cousins. Yeah, because me being locked up ain't right. So I get booked. Orleans Parish. All kind of crazy shit. One chick, she in there because her and her mama hadn't had a fight in the front yard. They was messing with the same dude. Another chick, she get busted because she was shooting up heroin in a grocery store. Why am I in here? So we go to court. The DA comes and talks to me and tells me that they were going to call him to see how he wanted to resolve it. They called him. He told them that he wanted to drop the charges. The DA then told him that he would have to come down to let the judge know that that's what he wanted to do. So when I went to court, he was there. and he told the judge that he wanted to drop the charges. He did not want to pursue a restraining order or any further action against me. I wonder why not. So I get out, you know, they keep me until they draw up my paperwork, do the whole release process. When I get out, he's outside waiting for me. From the jail to his house, he apologized. He told me that he's sorry that things got out of hand the way that they did. He was so sorry. He loved me so much. He didn't know what he would do without me. He felt like I was for him. He felt like I was his person. Um, and you can't just leave me. Like, you know, relationships go through things. You can't just leave me. You know, how you ever gonna be happy in life if every time you go through something in a relationship you just leave? So all of this is penetrating my brain coming from his ears. We make it back to his house. Um, and I let it go. I let it go. So in my letting it go, I realized, like, in the months going forward, he would constantly remind me that I started it. And I started it because I'm the one that got arrested. So he constantly reminded me of that. But when I would say, oh, so I beat you? Lips zipped. Like, he wouldn't say a word. You're not admitting that I beat you, but it was my fault because I'm the one that got arrested. So I noticed that. I noticed that it was cool for me to go to jail, you know, but you won't admit that I beat you. But you got me booked on battery of a dating partner. So that says that I beat you. So did I beat you? You got booked on battery of a dating partner. But he would never answer the question when I say, did I beat you? So that was something that I got past as well. He apologized and apologized, and I forgave him. I So at this time, that when God puts somebody in your life, you don't take them for granted, is steady penetrating my brain. That it's steady penetrating my brain because at this point, we're years in. I know he's not going to take me for granted. And the last woman he took for granted because he was cheating and having babies on her, she died. So he's not going to do that once he's in love with me. And he loves me. He tells me often that he loves me. So he's not going to do that to me. That's what kept penetrating my brain. All right. Y'all stay tuned. Part 7 coming up.